What's up, guys? It's your girl Sarah, and I'm back. Finally, I am back with you guys, and I am so happy to be with you guys again. So many things have gone on, and I have a lot to share with you guys. So I started off my YouTube channel saying that I was going to record my 30th year and living my life fearlessly, going after the things that I have written on my list. I never got a chance to share the list with you guys because I was still working on it, and it was something that I wanted to share at the top of the year when I turned 30. Well, guess what? My birthday is here and I am 30 years old. I have so many things to share with you guys. Took a hiatus from recording YouTube channel because 2020 was a year of great loss and pain, for many, including my family. 2020, we lost someone that was very near and dear to us, our grandmother, our mama of the family. And that actually took a hit. I think I was getting ready to record a video, or actually did record a video. You guys never seen it because I never got a chance to edit the video. So we had, before our grandmother passed away, we had a close friend to us passed away from a motorcycle accident. And that was just shocking in itself. I don't know about you guys, but 2020 was like one hit after the next. We went to the friend's funeral, and while we were actually at the wake, got a call from nursing home from my mom telling me that she got a call from the nursing home saying that my grandmother was diagnosed with COVID-19. The last time I seen my grandmother was in February, and the very last time before they shut down the nursing home, for some reason, I felt like it was the last time that I would see her. I don't know why I had that feeling. I couldn't put my hands on it to say, okay, yes, that was the feeling, that was the last time that I was going to see her. But it just felt like I just couldn't separate myself from her, and I'm getting emotional thinking about it because, I went with Sheldon to the nursing home, and we got there, and, I braided her hair, and, sorry. I braided her hair, and I gave her a kiss, and I gave her the comb and the brush, and I gave her the mirror. I said, see, I was like, look, I was like, see how, I was like, see how I made, you did your hair and you look pretty and stuff like that. And she was laughing. And I didn't know that was going to be the last time. I didn't know that was going to be the last time that I would see her, I didn't know that was going to be the last time that I was going to see her. But I just remember leaving there. It was just so hard for me to leave there. Like, I just felt a heaviness. It was so hard for me to leave there. And I remember just crying. I was still in the room with her, and I'm crying as I'm telling her bye. And it just the goodbye just didn't feel right, So then I quickly changed, and I said, no, I'm not going to say goodbye. I'm going to say, I'll see you later, Grandma. And she said, okay, petite maman, and which in Creole, that means, okay, my child. I didn't see her. I didn't see her during the lockdown because they wouldn't allow anybody to go and see her. They had allowed for people to, I think around May, I would say they opened for window visits, so you can come and see your loved ones through the window, and I was getting ready to just get her like, you know, some balloons and some flowers, because my mom was just like, I don't think it's a good idea if you go and see her because she's really close to you, Sarah, and I know she's gonna cry, being that she can't touch you, and you know, it was just really it was really heartbreaking, you know. She was in a nursing home, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, she understood that there's a virus out there, and but she couldn't really understand why we couldn't still see her. So she would cry every time my mom would go and do the window visits with her. She would cry afterward. Everything happened so fast because I believe we got the call Friday, Thursday, and then Monday came and my grandmother passed away. She had a heart attack. Had a heart attack Saturday, and she was out for like 13 minutes. They brought her back to life, but they didn't really bring her back to anything. You know, when oxygen doesn't flow that long in someone's body, they come back and they're just not the same. And she was on a machine, and I think till this day, what gets to me is the fact that she had to go through all of that alone. You know, we couldn't go see her at the hospital. Sometimes I wonder if she felt alone, but she died. She died Monday afternoon. We got the call, and you know, she passed away. I never got to see her. My grandmother meant so much to me. She was, you know, she was like my mom. You know, especially in my culture, when you have grandparents that live with you, they're like a second mother for you, you know. And my grandmother was that for me, and losing her was really hard. It was a hard time in my life. June 29th was when she passed away, and I didn't know how to deal with it. You know, I helped my mom plan my mom couldn't really plan the funeral arrangements. It's my mom's mom, and so you know, myself and my siblings, we put together and planned everything. So I was so into the planning of the funeral that I didn't cope with the death, or I didn't cope with anything very well. I know that I said, you know, that I would share everything with you guys and be open and transparent and vulnerable, and that was one part of me that I didn't know how to, and I felt like I needed to deal with this because I was avoiding dealing with it. And so I took some time off from social media. I was still working with our business, but took some time off from other things that I had my hands in, and I just pulled away, and I spent time with my family, you know, just to start a healing process. I went ghost on social media. I wasn't on social media, and I just got deeper with Christ and my relationship and my time, you know, time that I spend in His presence. I just needed the pouring of the love, and you know, God heals our broken hearts. You know, He's the healer of that, and He's the only one who can. And I found refuge in Him, and I found love in Him, and I prayed, and I just said, God, I know that this pain is heavy, and this anger that I feel and this remorse that I feel, it's heavy on my chest, and I know that although it might not be gone by tomorrow, but I know that I don't have to carry that alone. And since I said that prayer, something lifted off of me. Yes, I was still sad, and there's some moments where I still get sad because, you know, grieving is something that you go through and you just learn how to cope with, you know, but it's not something you ever forget. You never forget that person, you never forget the feeling of losing them, but it's something that you end up learning how to cope with easier and better. And so but I felt that, you know, anger and you know, the feeling that I was feeling, I was sitting on my chest and I couldn't breathe and I just couldn't get up, you know, from my bed. I felt that just get lift off of me, and I knew I wasn't carrying that alone. You know, although it was still something that was on my journey that I was carrying, I wasn't carrying it alone. You know, and that means the world. You know, knowing that you have a God that you can lean on, that, you know, doesn't let you carry things on your own. You don't have to carry those things on your own. And I didn't have to carry those things on my own. And although I couldn't really share the burden with my husband, you know, I had God, and he was able to help me carry it. As much as my husband wanted to help me with this, it was something that I had to really deal with and go through on my own. I have a better acceptance with this. I think at first I was just in denial and I wasn't accepting this, that it was real, you know. Even when I looked at her in the casket, it just didn't connect to me, because the last time I seen her, she was alive in February, and then to see her in the casket, it was just like, there was no connection at all. There was no connection at all. It's like someone telling you that someone passed away, but there's no connection with it. This one hit in a different way because my grandmother was the core foundation of, you know, who I am. She's a pillar in my life. Who I am today, you know, she's a pillar that contributed to who I am today. And I will never forget the things that she has instilled in my life. And it's something that I can definitely pass on, you know, to future generations.